Hi, fellow YouTubers. I'm Alex G, and I'm really happy to be here in front of the camera doing another product review on Craft holsters. I received this awesome speed holster for my M&P 9 just a couple of weeks ago, and I want to give you some background on how I was introduced to Craft holsters. I'm a competitive sport shooter in the PPC ranks, IDPA. I've done some IPSC and 3-gun, and I'm a firing range enforcement officer with the local gun clubs. And I was looking for a holster for a very rare firearm that I have. It's a Smith & Wesson 686 357 Magnum Canadian Edition. It's rare because of the length of the barrel. It's been since discontinued, and there's only a couple of hundred of these in Canada. I was having trouble finding holsters for this gun. My dear wife was online and she found Craft holsters, and she said, check it out, sweetheart. Now this is highlighted in the first product review, which was kind of blurry, but I make no apologies for that because it's my first video. And she said, check this out, easy to use website. We entered all the parameters, and sure enough, a few weeks later I get this awesome speed holster for my super rare gun, which came in time for me to use in the final police pistol combat match of the season last year, where I finished 6th overall against some very staunch competition. And nobody at the club has one of these or one of these, and it garnered a lot of attention, and it was my pleasure to tell people about how I got this gun and about Craft holsters, and that I was going to order more product. And also I'm going to include a commentary on the customer service at Craft holsters. You're going to find it interesting. So I made some comments about the Blade Tech holster that I received for my M&P 9 in the range kit. And I disparaged this holster. Now, I compete alongside men and women who use Blade Tech gear, and they like it very much, and they swear by it. And I've seen a lot of Blade Tech gear that is really cool, and a lot of holsters that are really nice, and this is not one of them. Reason being, like I described in the first video, these adjustment screws are constantly backing out, and there is no adjustment for angle of draw, which is not a good thing, and I'll tell you why. 75% of all accidental, self-inflicted gunshot wounds involve the use of a holster. And angle of draw is so important. This is fixed at 90 degrees, which points the firearm at your leg, your calf, your Achilles tendon, your crotch. If you have an interruption of the femoral artery, you're going to exsanguinate in about 2 minutes. That means you're going to bleed to death, and that's not good. So the angle of draw is so important, and I was disappointed that this holster, even though, like I described, appears to have a mechanism for that, but the hardware is missing. This holster I received from Craft holsters, and I'm going to tell you about this. It's just awesome how this happened. Has the perfect angle of draw, 45 degrees, away from your vital organs and your femoral artery. And that's one of the reasons I don't like appendix holsters, because it points the firearm right at your vitals, at your junk, and at your femoral artery. That's not good. That's why, when I'm competing or whenever I'm at the range, practicing or in competition, I always carry this. It's a Narcat Gen 7 tourniquet. Narcat, North American Rescue Combat Application Tourniquet. It is a life-saving device. I have one in my car, in my range bag, and I always carry one in my pocket while I'm at the range. So, I received this holster as a gift from my buddy Al, and I'll tell you more about Al in a minute. This was a gift, along with this awesome mag pouch, which is super cool. I love the color. It's super tough and fits very snugly on the hip. And this awesome belt. Now, when I first saw the belt, I was looking at it and I posted a review on their website describing how I thought the belt is really heavy duty, but I thought that the buckle mechanism was a little bit soft for it and that maybe I won't be using it for competition. But now that I'm looking at it with fresh eyes, I can see how actually it's not bad. It's fairly sturdy. So this is an awesome belt, and these were gifts from Craft Holsters because they're just reaching out. Not to mention the fact that there's an awesome handwritten note in here from Al, who also paid the duty to get this beautiful gift across the border to my very door out here. It's absolutely awesome. So now let's get back to these holsters. Now, something interesting I noted is that they're constructed out of the same gauge of material, which means that because that revolver is literally twice the weight of this semi-auto, it's going to last forever. There's no reason why I couldn't have this holster forever for this gun. And I'll tell you, I've treated this gun harshly. I've thrown it on the ground, in the dirt, into barrels, on barrels. I've treated this gun very badly. And I've pumped probably 10,000 rounds of high-grade ammo through this gun without a single failure, ever. Not once, not one jam up, ever. And it has served me well in competition, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming season to debut this awesome new Craft holster, which was a Christmas gift from Craft Holsters, because they just wanted me to just touch base with people in the firearms community. Now, being from a police family, I was mired in firearms and ammo my whole life. My dad and I, we didn't go play baseball or football. We went shooting every Sunday for as long as I remember. And I've been in this game a long time. Now, my dad was a great guy, I'll tell you. He taught me everything I know. And I owe the world to him. And during these experiences, I learned that there are a lot of people who don't like guns. In fact, I'd be willing to go so far as to say that they hate guns. And they don't condone them, and they don't understand why I would want them. And to those people, I say nothing, because it won't make any difference. I'm directing my comments to those individuals who love their guns like I do, like I love my guns, my gun culture. I love everything that it means to me, represents to me: freedom, integrity, honor, family, duty, accomplishment, competition, and etc., etc. I love my guns, and now Craft Holsters has become a part of that world, and I love Craft Holsters. I beseech you, anybody who loves their guns and loves the sport, you got to check out Craft Holsters. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I received a package from Budapest in Hungary from Craft Holsters, and it contained an awesome letter and this beautiful leather key fob and a real cool decal, which I have proudly affixed to my gun vault. And it was from Al at Craft Holsters. Now, I can't tell you enough. I can't tell you enough about the customer service at Craft Holsters. A shout out to Sandra, Clarette, and my friend Al. Thank you so much for this wonderful Christmas gift. The mag pouch belt and this awesome holster are just absolutely badass, and I thank you so much sincerely, Al. You're a great guy, and I just I'm looking forward to corresponding with you more. Now, I want to make it clear, I don't work for Craft Holsters. They don't pay me. I'm not employed by them. I'm just a super satisfied customer who just loves their gear. I mean, check this out. That is so cool. Now, like I said, I wouldn't suggest to anybody in Canada that they do anything illegal. But I'll tell you, this is the perfect concealed carry device. Now, I would never do that. But I'm just saying, if you live in a state in the US that permits concealed carry, and you're licensed to do so, you got to get a Craft holster because they're just badass and super tough. I mean, they really are innovative and functional and super tough. And I put this thing through its paces in PPC. Oh my, I pounded the crap out of this gun and this holster, and it just got better and better. And I just love Craft holsters. Please, anybody in the firearms community who knows what I'm talking about and loves their guns and what they mean to them, check out Craft holsters. Now, I'd like to say a few words to my brothers and sisters in Eastern Europe. Большое спасибо вам все, что вы сделали эти прекрасные холстеры для моей наганы. Ваши руки сделаны как золото. Большое спасибо, мои братья и сестры. С Новым годом вам все. Большое спасибо. Thank you very much. Al, I love you, man. I love you. Thank you so much for all of your support and through difficult times, and you know what I'm talking about. So, fellow YouTubers, I look forward to doing more reviews and perhaps some political commentary, because I know that a lot of my brothers and sisters in the US believe that we up here in Canada are a bunch of socialist wieners. And there are some of us like that, but I'm not one of them. Out of the 2.3 million registered firearms owners, licensed firearms owners, between us, we own 1 million registered handguns. And we're armed to the teeth. So please, consider this. We are your brothers and sisters. And we have more liberal gun laws than, let's say, California or Massachusetts. So let's get together and let's be brothers and sisters and appreciate each other. I love the United States of America. Of course, I love my own country, Canada, but I love the US. I've traveled extensively through America, and I have never, ever had a problem ever. And I love you. I love my guns, and I love Craft holsters, so check it out. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and sit over there and have an adult beverage. Cheers. Al, thank you so much, my friend. Alex G signing off until next time.